Yeah, welcome, man. Oh, welcome back to the channel, real quick. 817. Let's get with it. Let's get popping. We talking about emission and emission sensor. One of the most, in my opinion, this sensor is the most important sensor on your car. Okay, especially if you're one of those car owners that love to save money on fuel. Okay, as it relates to fuel economy, uh, miles per gallon, how well your car is running to save you money on fuel consumption. In my opinion, the O2 sensor is one of the most important sensors on your car. Now, guys, I'm talking about right there in the middle, not the brand new cars. The new cars, it's a little different. Okay, technology, they coming out with a band newer O2 sensors, and the computers are more sophisticated now to let you know when there's a problem with the O2 sensor. So I'm talking predominantly 2008 through 2015, that year model. Okay, yes, the O2 sensors was still there. Okay, they wasn't. Let me say it like this: the car system wasn't as sophisticated as it is now. In other words, a failed O2 sensor can get through the cracks and cost you a lot of money on fuel. Yes. All right. Now, I've seen codes. I've talked about this a lot lately. I've seen codes named, what's up, PT Level, D Fields, Grady Morgan, what's popping? O2 sensor lazy. Okay. So, as it relate to the updated sophistication of the car computers, guys, we're slowly moving along. I mean, we are so advanced right now, it's ridiculous, but there was once a time the computer was not as savvy as it is now. So, like I say, a lot of the O2 sensor failures got through the crack, but because there was no check engine light or no code, a lot of people didn't think there was a problem with their O2 sensors. Here's one of the main reasons you should think you're having a problem with your O2 sensor. Your fuel economy has suffered. You burning a lot of gas. You going to the gas station more often. Okay. Now it's a lot of other things can play a major role in poor fuel economy, but O2 sensors are one of the most important ones. I've recently given that a lifespan. This is me personally. Okay. I'm not speaking for a car company or anything like that. But me personally, I give O2 sensors lifespan of maybe between 50 and 60 miles an hour. Between 50 and 60 miles. 50 and 60,000 miles. In my opinion, you should go ahead and replace the O2 sensors, whether you see a check engine light on for it or not. Okay. Again, guys, that O2 sensor live within a window. If the waveforms is within that window, the computer will see that as okay. Okay. So yeah, but and plus they're not expensive. Okay, that's one of the other good reasons. That's why I like to enforce things, little stupid services like, not stupid, but little services like differential fluid. It's like, why not, dude? Why? I mean, come on, man. Every 30,000 miles, in my opinion, you should service your diff. Fluid is cheap. It's easy to do. Why not? Okay, but yeah. So that O2 sensor. What's up, Renegade's Garage? What's up, man? Uncle Mark and Grady Morgan. So look, guys, let's get through this real freaking quick. I just want to cover a few things about this sensor because I am crazy about this sensor because I've seen it in action and I've seen it cause mechanics havoc. Torque that like button. Yes, hit that like button for me, guys. It's like 60 people in here. So listen, guys, here's the O2 sensor. Everybody know what an O2 sensor look like. Depending on your engine, the design of your engine, V6, 4-cylinder, V8, will dictate how many O2 sensors you have. Today's newer cars, they usually coming with four, especially on a V engine. With a V engine, you have what we call banks, guys. So they want to know what the upstream before the cat converter, those are called upstream O2 sensors. And the ones after the cats are called downstream O2 sensors. They want to know what are those, what is the oxygen content in the exhaust. Let's do this real quick. What the hell is an O2 sensor? A lot of people are like going, yeah, I know how to replace one. I know what it is, but what is it? Okay, let me read a little bit of excerpt of this. Modern car engine control system rely on input from several sensors to regulate the engine's performance as well as its emissions. When these sensors fail to provide accurate information, the driver may experience increased fuel consumption, drivability problem, emission failure, and other problems. Yeah, guys, this thing can fool you. Okay, that's why I say there's not always going to be telltale signs. So the number one thing, the number one, you know what I'm saying, the number one contributing factor a O2 sensor can have on your car is fuel economy. Okay, so one of the most important sensors in modern cars is the O2 sensor, all right, oxygen sensor. Because O2 is the chemical formula for oxygen. The oxygen sensor monitors how much unburned oxygen is present in the exhaust as the exhaust exits the engine. Okay, so it's basically telling the computer the oxygen content in the exhaust. Okay, so why do they call O2 sensors? Okay, I can see. By monitoring oxygen levels, the sensor provide a means of measuring fuel mixture. Okay, the O2 sensor lets the computer know if the fuel mixture is burning rich, okay, not enough oxygen, or lean, too much damn oxygen. Knowing the sensor lets the computer know if the fuel mix is burning rich, okay, blah, 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 ratio. Okay, knowing the ratio of the fuel to air allows your vehicle engine to make any necessary changes to ensure that your car runs like it should. Well, this word, I don't know if any of you guys, you mechanics in here, are familiar with this word, stoichiometric. Okay, yeah, that's when a car is designed. I think a car runs its best at from a stoichiometric standpoint. 17 parts of air to 1 pint of fuel. Oh my goodness, I know I jacked it up. I might have jacked it up. All right, cut me a break. I just got home. But anyway, that's the goal of the computer, guys, to keep the emissions low. It's all about the tailpipe, guys. It's all about the tailpipe. Now, when should you replace your oxygen sensor? O2 sensors are not among the maintenance item that need to be. In other words, it's not in your owner's manual. At 60,000 miles, replace your oxygen sensor. No, it's not one of those. So that's what I say, man. It got through the cracks a lot in the past. And a lot of people don't even think about the damn O2 sensor until they got a check engine light on for an O2 sensors. Yeah. So according to this, oxygen sensors are a critical component of the fuel emissions because they monitor the amount of oxygen. No vehicle that we're aware of has a warning light that signals when an oxygen sensor has failed. So you will have to rely on other vital signs to alert you when you have a bad oxygen sensor that you will need to replace, such as check engine light on. Right. This makes sense. Okay. In fact, I want to highlight this. No vehicle that we're aware of has a warning light that signals when an oxygen sensor has failed. In other words, you don't know when the damn thing bad. That's why I say 60,000 miles. Every 60,000 miles, because you're going to keep burning fuel. And here's another thing, guys. You got a piece of device under your car tied in with your exhaust called a cat converter. If you ruin that, you out of $1,000 right off the bat. So you definitely don't want that oxygen sensor giving false information to the computer, which will in essence change the air fuel mixture and could potentially ruin your cat converter. So you don't want that. All right, signs you need a new O2 sensor. Check engine light with an O2 sensor trouble code. Okay, other signs that you need an oxygen sensor: rough idle, misfiring, spark plugs, lack of power, stalling, or significant increase in fuel economy. This is the main one right here, guys. Significant increase in fuel consumption. Like I said earlier, if you're burning a lot more fuel than you normally burn, this could be a problem. And don't overlook simple things like air filter. Some of you guys take care of your own car, keep up with your own maintenance. Air filter things. If your car can't breathe, it's gonna. If your car can't breathe properly, a lot of things can be affected. In other words, your air filter is extremely dirty, you can have some problem. What causes code 1622 Dodge Charger? P1644. Oh, I don't know that one by heart. Rosalino. What's the name of it? What is it? What does it stand for? Or what's the name of the code? Normally I can look at a P code and tell what it is, but I can't remember that one by heart. But let me know what's the name of the code, and we can discuss that. So guys, I'm done with this O2 sensor. Like I said, damn it, get that O2 sensor replaced at 60,000 miles, or you will live at the gas pump. Which O2 sensor should you get? Guys, here's a list. I do not buy it. Now, before I do this, I want y'all to understand my position here. Everybody knows, it's no secret. I am a OEM guy, okay? Especially when it comes to sensors. So, Eric Motion, especially when it comes to sensors and things like crank sensor, cam sensor, O2 sensors. Yes, I'm definitely an OEM guy. However, I'm not going to force you guys to do that. If you want a list of the 10 best oxygen sensors, here they are right here. Only one that stand out here is the Bosch, guys. Okay, now I had a Bosch drive a car computer crazy to the point where I had to get it out and go in with an O2 sensor. The thing about OEM O2 sensors is when the car companies build these or design these engines, drivability, and they tweaking everything, they do it with the parts that they expect to live with the car. Okay, so that's why a lot of car companies center their whole complete car drivability around a certain spark plug, a certain O2 sensor, a certain crank sensor, cam sensor. Doing that process, guys, that's where those terms come from. Oh, that's where they finally figure out this is what we need to make our ignition system work optimal. All right, we need this such and such O2 sensor. Whoever they did the testing with, just say if it was a Bosch O2 sensor, they did their tweaking in their testing using Bosch O2 sensors, and they got it just right. Now that Bosch O2 sensor is considered an OEM because they built it or they centered everything around that O2 sensor or spark plug, Champion spark plug, that's for example. Okay, so yeah, if that's the case, then yeah. But normally when car companies do this, they don't want to promote the company that actually build their OEM parts. I'm no goofball, guys. I'm no clown or no idiot. I know Mopar don't make a lot of things that I talk about in my videos. So please don't get it twisted, okay? When I make videos, I'm doing just that, making videos, okay? You can perceive of me any way you wish. I keep getting comments like, man, I can't believe you didn't know that. Look, don't worry about what I know. Stop trying to figure me out. I make videos, all right? If you want to comment, I can't believe you didn't know that, go for it. Comments move algorithm. Now, I'm not trying to mislead anybody into thinking, you know what I'm saying? But people do that. When I make a video, one guy, you didn't even know how to get the starter out. Oh my goodness. All right, I ain't gonna get into that. But my point is, OEM is the best. If it's a Ford, Motorcraft part is probably the best for that Ford. However, these are the 10 best O2 sensors out there. All right, David. Appreciate you stopping by, man. OEM for the win. That's right. Metal tape. So, guys, the only one that stand out, like I say, is Bosch. All right, so get you a Bosch. Is O2 sensors better than is OEM? Let's see this. Let's take a look at this. If your OEM part fails prematurely, it is backed by them. Okay, so they bragging on it from the standpoint that it's still under warranty. You can only get recourse if they offer a warranty. Most aftermarket part manufacturers do not offer one. Yeah, that's not a good reason, but the number one reason is they're better quality. Are all O2 sensors the same quality? No. Each O2 sensor has its own unique characteristics specific to its application. One generic O2 sensor that may appear to be the same cannot be used to replace a range of these specific. In other words, go with what your car calls for. We'll never guess at it. And that pigtail matter. Let me tell you something about O2 sensors. Do not, under any circumstances, cut the wires and splice them back together. Okay, there's a lot going on with those wires I'll have to discuss in another video. So, yeah, we wrap that up. O2 sensors, go get you one, man. Should I buy OEM? Let me take one last look at this because I'm curious as to know what they say. It is not uncommon for aftermarket parts to be fabricated with inferior material just so the manufacturer could save a few bucks. There are some well-built aftermarket O2 sensors, but there's still no guarantee that they'll work with the same level of precision as an O2 or OEM sensor. That's right, guys. They are exactly right. I was stuck trying to buy the cheapest gas for my charge after work. That's what's up, 69 Dark Man. Thanks for stopping by. So, guys, you burning gas, you burning fuel, you burning too much damn gas. You mean you tired of going to the gas station, spending all your hard-earned freaking money on some freaking gas? You might want to look at the O2 sensors, guys. And again, don't worry about a check engine light because you will not always get a check engine light for O2 sensor. I brought a car in the other day with O2 sensor problems. The guy had one of those extenders, O2. You know the things people use to try to pass emissions. So I'm like, dude, man, you got this stuff still on here. What you doing, dog? Like, he paid us diagnostic time to find out why his light on. I'm like, well, I need an OEM O2 sensor and to get rid of this fouler. That's what it is, fouler. So I don't know if he even knew it was on there. I think somebody was trying to get him to pass and they messed around and left it on there. But I took it off, went in with OEM. That's a wrap. Now, CAT converter efficiency. A lot of people tend to believe you can get away with just simply replacing O2 sensors on a CAT efficiency code. That used to be the case. Simply because people think that simply because the computer is looking at the upstream and the downstream O2 sensor to determine if the catalytic converter is doing its job. All right. So those are the only two sensors the computer have to go by. You don't trust nobody else. I only trust those sensors. What are they doing? All right. From the look of this, those CAT not doing what they're supposed to do. Bing, 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 bing. Checking the light. CAT efficiency code. A lot of people will run straight up and spend money on O2 sensors. Now, I get it. It's a cheaper alternative. Okay. If you're going to try something, why not try two O2 sensors before you shell out $1,000 for a, CAT converter? All right. So, yeah, from that standpoint, go for it. But based off my experience, I have yet to been saved by two O2 sensors. And I'm not trying it anymore. Okay. Guys, I can't gamble with customers' money. Customer hold us to a certain degree, a certain standard. Okay, when we tell them something wrong with their car, damn it, that's better be what's wrong with their car. So in other words, I can't go to a customer and say, you got a CAT efficiency code. I mean, we can try two O2 sensors and see if they help. That's all the customer want to know. The customer want to know if they checking the light going to go off. So she approved that. We put those on. A week later, she back. Y'all said that would fix it. Hell no. So then we got to eat a CAT converter because she all of a sudden got a case of amnesia and forgot all about. We agreed together to try this to save her some money. So yeah, no more of that foolishness. All right. You guys kill me. Little stuff like I put out a video. I was replacing a PCM the other day for no charge. And one guy in the comment section, man, all you had to do is open that box up, find a burnout solder joint, and solder it back together. How am I to sell that job to a customer? No, that your home remedies belongs at your home. You don't bandage customer cars. I can't sell a customer, ma'am, I got to open it up. Look, I found a burnt solder joint. All I got to do is solder it back up, save you $1,000. You think they're going to agree to it? Absolutely. Will that car come back? Chances are, absolutely. Will you look like a fool and be in more trouble than? Absolutely. So to avoid all of that, she need what she need. All right. I put a PCM in that car. It's now charging. They wanted the old one back. I could have opened it up and found the burnt solder joint and whatever. But no, you can't do this stuff on customers' cars. So stop suggesting that I open up a skill module and blow it out and then it start working again and call that a fix. I can't label home economical or home remedy stuff like that as a repair. I have to replace the part. And I know y'all, some of y'all, you just like to spend customers' money. Customer holding me to a certain degree, player. All right. I ain't going out like Willie Lump in them. All right. What up, Fluff Dog in the building? What up, man? Most important sensor, all engine control sensors, all of them. Crank sensor detect misfire, tells you to save cap. Yeah. Crank and cam sensor are crank and cam sensor are a different breed as it relates to fuel economy. Well, I'm speaking about is fuel economy, and that O2 sensor plays a major role in fuel economy. Crank and cam sensor could stop you from going, whether you got gas in your car or not. Crank and cam sensor don't care how much gas you burning. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They not there to help with stoichiometric measures and they not there for that. That ain't their job. They like, this ain't our line, dog. We don't really care how much fuel you burning. All right, go holler at the O2 sensor for that. We just here to let the computer know what top dead center at so your car can run good. But that O2 sensor, no, it don't play like that. Appreciate the donation, Fluff Dogs. Going back into the channel, guys. Well, all donation goes so we can help grow this thing. All right. We're on a slow pace right now. I don't know what's up with September, but September is dragging. I'm glad it's almost over with, man. I'm so sick of damn September. It's ridiculous. There was a day in September. Y'all thought I was about to sing it. Let me start acting a fool. Anyway, okay. That's what's up, man. Get home safe, my dude. All right. Stop splicing. What that mean? I was stuck. What's up, Dark Man? I don't know what that means, Miss Rosalino. All right. Tell me the name of the code. Thank you. Big TD. What's up, man? I appreciate that. Big fan. What you not a big fan of? Derek, what's going on, man? What's up, RWRX? How you doing, man? Miles Burnett, O2 sensor create a small voltage to tell the computer what to adjust. Again, that word stoichiometric. That sounds like a little spooky word, don't it? It took me the longest to be able to properly pronounce that damn word. Stoichiometric ratio. Yeah, that's important, guys. You want some good fuel economy. I think I get all my emissions system checked before I hit 80 grand miles because it'll still be on the 80. That's the thing. Well, I don't know if O2 sensors are covered. A CAT converter is covered under a CAT converter and a PCM. It's covered under extended emission warranty. Not sure about O2 sensor, but I know a CAT. So don't even think about no CAT while you're under 80,000 miles. For the win. Yes, OEM for the win. I agree. Yes, I totally agree. But some people want to save some money, so they would try that. Yes, running rich too long or lean too long, something like that. I recognize that code. And yes, O2 sensors will cause that. Thank you for stopping by, David. Riding in the Grandpa Plymouth Satellite. He pushing the button to get cool. What? Back when get the cools light, the kids was bright. Eric Motion, what's up, man? I felt small because of the oxygen sensor was being bad. Replaced it and passed small. What you did by replacing it is, like I say, you're getting a better, accurate signal to the computer. Now the computer can make the proper adjustment. That's all the O2 sensors do. Measure the oxygen content in the exhaust. If the computer know that, it can make the necessary ratio between air and fuel and spit that out through the injectors, and your car run optimum. All right. And sure, there's a lot of sensors, so I think I get them all changed. Okay. And this is a 16 model. That's still fairly new. Okay. It's cool, man. O2 sensors should be tuned up. I agree. It should be yes, I agree. Remember, guys, there's no maintenance schedule for O2 sensors. There's no service maintenance. In other words, in your owner's manual, you're not going to say every 60,000 miles replace it. It's a good idea to put spacers on. Spacers, you mean the Fowlers? Only if you're trying to save $1,000 for a CAT converter, which I have done. All right. Once I get my emissions, I take it back out and put it like it is. I need a cat converter. I'm just not ready to shell out. It's not that I don't have it. I just don't want to spend it on that. Change all at once. Remember, that's 4, so it can get a little pricey, man. This info is very helpful to a lot. Thank you, Ted Blakey. What's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. Okay, I need to know what that code is. Sauce Leak can. Yes, I agree with you, 100%. Where you find the time to be online? What? What you talking about, Willie? I don't know where you find the time to be online with all the work that you do at the dealership, and then Willie Estrada. Man, my brain is I like to dub myself a damn good multitasker. Okay, yes, I was in school today, guys. I didn't go to work today, but guess where I was at after school? I don't know. See, I don't like saying that because y'all, you work too damn much. You're a workaholic. I'm just that. Oh, something about that. The Benjamins. There's something about not Franklin. Franklin is the $1 bill. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about the Puff Daddy damn money. Benjamin. All about the Benjamin. It's something about them Benjamins. Them Franklin, Jefferson, Roosevelt, them old president. It's something about them green little piece of paper that I just love. And plus, it's not a lot of effort. I remember, yeah, okay. Willie about to get me on one of these crazy. It's easy for me. I guess it flows easy because I'm finna sit down and edit 3 videos that I recorded on the way to school. I got to chop them up, edit, and upload them. So yeah, I got the YouTube thing going, the shop thing. I work out of 4 shops. In fact, I just sold. Guy called me the other day. He got a P07 440 torque converter solenoid on his Caravan. He's like, should I replace the sensor? No, I did a video on that, guys, and just in case you don't know what I'm talking about. It's never the freaking sensor. You're wasting your time and your money. He gonna need a torque converter and a front pump. So he headed out to Brothers Motors Saturday. All right. I'm not gonna be at the shop today and tomorrow. Saturday, I'm going to Brothers Motors. Monday and Tuesday, I'm going to the body shop to go do some what we call that? We call that where you go check out cars. Troubleshooter. They got like 3 lined up for me to figure out what's going on. So I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna be over there Monday and Tuesday. Figure that out and fix that. But time, yeah, it could get a little crazy sometimes. But I'm level-headed. Okay. Yeah. Multitasking. Man, Willie, I just appreciate you watching these videos. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, my friend. I think I'm going backwards. I'm going the other way. So I'm headed to the bottom, guys. It's 8:44. I don't know where I left off. I think I left off after Charles Bond Jr. Kinfolk. Cuz, man, you talking about vehicles. I just got to Dallas driving a 5.9 Dodge truck. You know what that big old V8 okay, let me stop before I jinx my cuz. I don't want him to not make it back to Arkansas. 5.9 Dodge truck, I changed the fan, but it's still trying to run hot when you park. Run it. I have no leaks, though. It's crazy. You know how the hell leaks to overheat. Now, if that fan will cause you, though. That car, 5.9, I'm thinking it has a fan clutch as well as an electric fan, I want to say. I don't know. But as far as why it's overheating, on that year model truck, there was problems with the water pump. Get this, the thing about the water pump, it cannot be leaking but not be putting out, if that makes sense. You know what a water pump's supposed to do, right? Y'all, wait, hold on. Y'all do know what a water pump's supposed to do, right? Water pump. Let's go backwards. Pump water. Pump water. Water pump. Backwards. Backwards sound better. Pump water. Pump water. Yes, it's supposed to freaking pump. In this case, coolant. So it should be a coolant pump, right? No, it's a freaking water pump because it could be water or coolant. In the car's case, it's normally coolant. All right, it's designed to pump, circulate coolant throughout your cooling system. One good way, kinfolk, to check water pump output, in my opinion, is to make sure your cooling system full. Turn your heat on. Turn your freaking heat on. I don't give a damn if it's 100 degrees outside. Turn your heat on and feel it. Okay? Feel it out in your vents. If that heat is scorching hot, your water pump doing its job. Remember, water, pump water. We're going backwards. We go backwards. Pump water. Okay? Your car running. It's a vicious cycle, guys, the cooling system. Okay? Yeah. So when the thermostat, open it up and let it all out of the engine. Once the thermostat reaches, I don't know, 180, you might have a 180-degree thermostat. But make sure your water pump putting out before you shell out any money on anything. And quite frankly, if it turn out that's the case, then it's time for a water pump thermostat, the usual. But yeah, be careful on those 5.9s, man. That thing, oh man, cuz you might want to update, man. You might want to tighten up, man. I got my little Dodge Dakota have a 5.9 in it, I think. I don't even want to fool with it. It ain't doing nothing. I had to put a fan on mine. My fan went out and it was shaking and vibrating so bad. But yeah, man, I know I need more Freon. Freon, not Freon, antifreeze. All right, you need more antifreeze. Difference between antifreeze and Freon. Freon, refrigerant is what it's technically called. Go in your AC system. So you don't need no Freon. You need some antifreeze. And mind you, antifreeze is not, you need liquid in the car to not overheat. Yes, it's best to use antifreeze, but there's no difference. I mean, you're not going to overheat just because you got water in it. Okay. If you full and you full of water, you still shouldn't overheat. Changing it to coolant is not going to make you stop overheating. I mean, the car don't really know if it's water or coolant. Your engine, that 5.9 can't. Wait a minute, dog. That ain't no coolant, player. That's water. I'm about to overheat. Your engine don't know what the hell you got in it. It just needs to be liquid. Hell, it can be hot dog water. You can put some hot dog water in there. After you get through eating your hot dogs and the water, don't pour it out. Put it in your car. It will work. My point is, have some type of fluid in it. Okay. Now, yes, you should use antifreeze, but for a different reason. Antifreeze to stop your coolant from freezing. That's what antifreeze is. And it has a lot of goodies in it. Okay. Anti-rust inhibitors, lubricant, a lot of stuff in it that will help your cooling system function as it's supposed to. But like I say, you're not overheating because you don't have antifreeze in it. Now, if you have nothing in it, yeah, you can overheat. But if you got water in it, changing it, I just said that, changing it to antifreeze not going to make you, yeah, you know the drill. Ken folks, hold on, guys. I see some more yellow down here. 06 Impala 3.5. I can't make the fans turn on when I turn the knob to fan feature. I've changed relays. I've checked ohm connectors, no shortage. Changed the fans and changed the cooling temp sensor. 06 model, I want to say that fan is controlled by the computer, PCM. Now, a couple of things. I mean, this is an Chevy Impala right around that era, 06 era. The computer used input from cooling temp sensor. Yeah, it used information from the cooling temp sensor. The sensor tell the computer the temperature of the coolant. Based off that, yeah, it tells the fan to come on. So if your cooling temp sensor reach 230, mind you, the thermostat open at 195. So that vicious cycle we was talking about. But if that cooling temp sensor, hey man, I just reached 230. Turn the fan on so I can go back down. It's there to alert the computer the temperature of the coolant and also turn the fan on. So if your fan, man, you need a scan tool, man. It's almost, you got to look at input data. Okay. Now I ain't talking about a code reader. I ain't talking about Pep Boys and AutoZone. I got a P04. I ain't talking about none of that. I'm talking about a scan tool that will let you see input data. All right. Because this matters. Looking at the temperature matters. Looking at the input data of the temperature, that matters. Because if you're sitting there looking at your scan tool and you see your car reach 230 and you still don't hear no fan, why ain't your fan coming on? Is it your fan itself? Okay, yeah. If you got 12 volts in ground at that electrical fan motor, it should be running. If it's not, then you got a fan problem. So there's some diagnosis you have to do, my friend. 3.5, I can't make the fans turn on even when I turn the knob to fan feature. I've changed the relays. Forget the relays. The most important sensor as it relates to cooling fans is the coolant temperature sensor. All right. And knowing what's going on in your computer. So you could easily need a coolant temp sensor. You have to get this thing diagnosed, man. Okay. Yeah, good thing a coolant temp sensor is not expensive. If this coolant temp sensor was $500, I would be speaking a different tone. I will advise you to go spend $100 at some shop and get it properly diagnosed. I guess shops out there charging $100 an hour. We don't play like that, dog. We don't really do $100. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that. But some shops still charge $100 an hour. If that sensor was expensive, I would have suggested that you go get your car diagnosed. And if it's after you get the diagnosis, if it's something easy you can do, then yeah, go for it. But if not, you might as well let them do it. But I don't want you to go out and spend $400-500 on a sensor when you can spend $100 to get told exactly what's wrong with it. So keep that in mind. Walter Castro. Have I called his name out before? Interesting. Okay. I saw some old what's up? WX Blue. No, WRX Blue. 2010 Honda Sonata. The previous owner says they kept having to replace the thermostat. P0128, man, that is a strange little code. That code, I mean, everybody run to the and it has different meaning too. I think the way Stellantis speaks on it is sometimes they'll call it run too cold, too long, or thermostat efficiency failure or some crazy stuff. It all boils down to replacing the thermostat. And you're telling me it kept having to replace the thermostat. Then it might not be your problem. You got to find out why your car running too cold, too long. What could cause that? A thermostat definitely could cause that. Running too cold, you got to keep in mind your car don't want to run cold a long time. You got to eventually go in a closed loop, what we call closed loop. When you first start your car up in the morning, it's cold. It's running at a different parameter under different circumstances, under a different window, because it's in open loop. Okay, am I saying that right? Open loop. Over time, short period of time, when the cat get hot, O2 sensors get hot, a lot of stuff get hot. You want to go in the closed loop where now you're running in a different strategy. So that thermostat, if the thermostat stuck open, it will not let you go in the closed loop and run the way you're supposed to. But that cold, it means thermostat. Are you using a good OEM thermostat? Couple of things. Make sure your cooling system is full, free of any air pockets. That's what people mess up at. They just fill it up until they come out. Oh, I'm done. You could have an air pocket in the cooling system that will drastically affect your cooling system operation. So it's not as simple as just pouring coolant in it until it pour out. All right. You got to make sure all the air pockets out. So your previous owner said they keep having to. Yeah. And another thing, guys, right around this 2010 model, I got beat up on a PT Cruiser one time, kept throwing thermostats at it. And then I found out later that the software in the controller was too sensitive. In other words, there was a flash update to flash that car to desensitize the code. Okay. If the computer is too sensitive to that code, setting that code, then yeah, you're going to get it all the time. The fix for that was I had to flash update the controller so it would bring that threshold number up. It might have, you know what I'm saying? That's how tuning. That's what they call it in the professional, in the aftermarket high performance world. They call it tuning. When you go inside the computer and turn up a few numbers, okay, desensitive. We don't want this thermostat to be this sensitive, so we're going to turn it right here. Now, when it reached this point, it'll set that light. Well, it may not be nothing wrong with your car. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. You might want to look into that. This is a 2010 model. It's kind of risky flashing anything at that age, my friend. But that is one. I got beat up on one of those one time. All right, I gotta appreciate the donation, WRX Blue, as well as Walter and Fluffy Mexicanic. I really freaking appreciate it. Where did I leave off at? Air motion. Your water pump is like the heart. Sort of, yeah, yeah. Water pump, just like, exactly. It's just like your heart, and as well as that oil pump. I'm running a diesel. I'm running a diesel hot shot. Okay. Okay. Interesting. The most common repair I find I make, it's hard for me to say, and I don't want to say because all it would do is give you super FCA Chrysler haters more ammunition. Okay, so I'd rather not. That'd be the first thing, y'all. I can't give y'all any more ammunition than you already have. You already think lowly of everything FCA related. I'm a damn mechanic, do mechanic videos, and I get criticized day in and day out for the product. I don't make the product. I don't design the car. I just work on them. And I thought I was doing a good deed by showing potential guys that's going to work on them what they may be up against. But all of a sudden I get bombarded with people that's complaining about the product. Already? Man, that's a piece of junk car. Look, man, I'm not upset that cars break, guys. I don't know whether y'all know this or not. It don't hurt my feelings when a car breaks. Y'all did know that, didn't you? Wait, hold on. I'm a mechanic, right? I work on broke cars for a living. I'm not going to get upset because a freaking car break. What is wrong with y'all? Man, you be coming up to me talking all again. You need another oil field adapter housing. That car's a piece of player. I'm just here to fix it, man. What? Don't get off my case, man. I don't care if they leak. I don't care. Again, I don't want to sound insensitive because, yeah, that's why I don't talk about it a lot. And when it gets so out of control, I just stop putting videos out on I stopped doing ticker videos because people can't handle it. Look at that. There you go, another one. When in reality, I'm doing them all the time. Just I ain't putting no more videos out because y'all take stuff. Y'all don't even know how to. Yeah, some of y'all don't even know how to. You got a good thing going. You got some knucklehead, big mouth guy on the internet telling and showing you things that you don't even you flip. You so immature. You take it a whole different way. That is a piece of junk. I knew I would never buy. I'm not here to convince you to buy anything, a certain brand or a certain car. No, I'm not a car salesman. All right, so I don't care if you buy something or not. You don't have to get in the comments and say I would never. I got a solution for that. Just don't ever buy a Jeep. Wait a minute, I'm working on a Jeep with 200,000 miles with an oil leak, and you. Wait a minute, you a clown. Oh, somebody got me off track. Y'all playing that, didn't you? I'm not going on no silly ass rant. Yes, best to check because I changed cooling temperature and changed the fans. Doesn't overheat. I've drove on the freeway. Feels hot somewhere. A cup holder midsection. I don't hear fans. Wow, you don't hear the fans kicking in? At that point, you might want to check the fans. All right, every electrical fan will have an electrical connector. In that connector will be maybe one wire. No, it can't be one wire because y'all keep in mind what it takes for an electrical motor to run. It takes a power supply and a ground. So in that connector is going to be either 2 terminals or 3. I've seen 3. One's for low speed, one's for high speed, and the other one is hard ground. Okay. You might want to check, make sure your connector getting the proper voltage it's supposed to have. Replacing a fan, replacing any electrical motor, it's not going to technically make it work if there's no power supply. I've seen a guy stick 3 fuel pumps in a truck, all because the fuel pump won't run. You need to find out why the fuel pump not running. The truck don't give a damn if your fuel pump made of gold. Cat just 100% gold, platinum, silver. It could be a a super duper platinum silver fuel pump from the top of the world. It could be the best fuel pump ever. If there's no 12 volts in ground going to it, it don't even matter, dog. It don't care who made that fuel pump or any kind of electrical device. It doesn't matter if you're not getting 12 volts of ground. So I highly suggest you get a look at it. That's easy to do too. Test light, put it on the ground battery, stick it right here, see if you're getting 12 volts. If you're getting 12 volts in the ground at that fan, you need a fan. All right, let's keep it simple. I hope you get that fixed, my friend. Okay. I hope you get that everything straightened out. About air pockets in the radiator and hose. Yeah, air pockets do not discriminate. They don't play. And it's hard to get them all out. A Pentastar is a pain to get out. You literally have to go, after I make any kind of cooling system repair, I literally get on the road and drive with the heat on high. Even after I burp it, it's still not all the way. All right, so I'm driving. I just do a radiator. I fill it up, my bleeder funnel, suck everything out. I know some of you guys using the vacuum bleeder system. I will eventually break down and get one, but it's still best to go drive any kind of car after you do a cooling system repair with the heat on. With the heat on, if your heater blowing hot, like I mentioned earlier, at that point, there's no air pockets because an air pocket can't survive. If you're getting heat at the heater core or out of your vents, the air pocket can't survive that because that means your coolant is circulating viciously. All right. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. I got to wrap this up, guys. What's up, 69 Dart Man? When my car, I get upset when it's my car that's broke. Yeah, we all do. Yes. I didn't know about the starter on the Charger, though. Yeah, that starter I put on, just a typical video. I tend to over exaggerate sometimes just to make a video interesting, but people don't know when I'm clowning and people can't tell when I'm telling. One guy, you don't even know how to put a start in. Y'all know me, right? If you don't know me by now, I induce humor into my videos. I can be fighting with a starter and crying at the same time. It won't come out. It be jokers in the comment section. Is this guy really? Man, what kind of mechanic is you? Like, damn. See, I know what it is. I know what the problem is. These big boy mechanics, Eric the car guy, freaking Rayman Ray, Ford Boss Me, all these big old YouTuber mechanics, they've been professional so long all their life till y'all been watching professionalism all y'all life to where when a clown get on, all right, y'all don't know how to act. This dude, like, I would literally make a video portraying me or portraying my screw ups. I don't care. All right. I want you to not make the same mistake. If I show, guys, I'm going to tell you something. I cracked a freaking transmission pan the other day at work. I misjudged the strength of an 8-speed ZF transmission. Had a piece of wood on the jack stand. I had to let the transmission up a little bit. I go up just a little bit so I can get a mount out or something. I went up to the parts to get some parts. I come back, trip. Oh my God. That little plastic ass pan done formed a leak. I misjudged what that pan can handle. Did I make a video on it? Absolutely. The purpose is so you won't do it. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to call that video just don't do it. Don't do this. Don't try to misjudge or don't try to judge the strength of this pan because there is none. It is made of plastic. Yeah, I knew it was made of plastic. It's not that I didn't know that. I just thought I could put a little pressure on it just to lift it up. Don't do that. So yeah, will that make me look like a fool or a clown? Perhaps. I'm not your professional YouTuber. I'm cut from a different cloth. Okay, I'm not normal. In fact, I'm about to break the norm. I'm okay with that. All right, so there's no need to get in my comments that I can't believe you didn't know that. You don't know what I know. I could be just making a video. Okay. Oh, all right. How did I get on that? Okay. Yeah, I'm not professional. I'm not, Eric O and them, Rayman Ray and them, You know, them some cool dudes. Them some, you know, they got huge channels. My channel is growing. I got numbers. You know what I'm saying? But maybe that's why people gravitate to me. He's a realist. He screw up, and he tells us. Yes, but it's not to get a chuckle. It's not to get a laugh. I don't want you going, JT, a damn fool. But he cracked that damn pan. What a mere amateur. No, guys, it's just so you won't make the same mistake. Okay, so I remember one time Tom Cook called me out. My buddy, my freaking buddy, a fellow Chrysler guy. I was diagnosed with some brakes. Customer brought it in with the calipers on the wrong side, so the bleeder screw was pointing down. You know, I know the bleeder screw is supposed to be up. This is real time. I'm filming real time, talking about I can't get these brakes to bleed, guys. I'm talking. See, what I found out when you engage your audience, yes, the video become a little bit more interesting. So there's guys in there giving me suggestions, and I'm reading them. I'm like, damn. Tom Cook called me out. You stupid, man. You call yourself a master tech? The damn caliper on backwards. You think I was going to cuss Tom Cook out or chastise him? No. Number one, I know him. So if I don't know you, don't think you can just, call me. No, I might have to cut you then. Okay. If I don't know you, if I know you, why am I? Y'all see that? That lens is so freaking quick. Look at that. It focused on my finger. That's a bad lens. That's a nice lens. I gotta rearrange some stuff. I gotta go. Hell, that's what I gotta do. Yes, Derek, starter incident was a little crazy, but it's done. Not only do we make a living off fixing broke vehicles, but also maintaining them to run. Right, man. I don't know why guys get upset. The dog got the product, Chrysler piece of junk. I'm just here to get it back on the road, dog. You can say what you want to about the product. I don't care. My job is to fix it. I'm not upset that it broke. Man, Fluffy, I know you get those same crazy weirdos, man, but I've opened the relays and override and make the fans turn. They turn on, but by themselves, they don't turn. Well, then you missing a command. That command come from your PCM. That's why I say you need a scan tool that could read input data. By looking at a scan tool, monitoring the temp sensor at a certain interval, I want to say 230 degrees, 228, 229, 230. If you hear a click, as in that fan, something initiated something, but it's not running, then you know what to do. A scan tool helps diagnose a vehicle. All right. I can't tell you what to do without a scan tool, because all my whole diagnostic life has been revolved around using the scan tool. Walter, get somebody with a good scan tool that can show you the data, man. It might be something easy. It's gonna turn out to be something stupid. Watch. When are you going to get that new YouTube play button? The new one? What's the new one? What's wrong with this one, man? Hey, that's that 100,000 mile playbook. Look at that, guys. Y'all can see it now. Online mechanic tips. I got a new channel I'm about to run. I'm gonna have this in the background. I don't give a damn if it says a different name. This is mine. I earned this. I got 100,000 subscribers. So yeah, that play button. And I see the big YouTubers too. They have theirs in the background. I like, okay, I'm up there with them. I'm something like them. It's cool, man. It's funny, man. I put in work, man. A lot of work, man. Yeah. Okay. The most important sensor of the occupant passenger airbag when my wife sit. What? Whoa, my wife sits on it. The airbag light changes. Dude, I ain't going there with you, man. That starter short was funny. Yeah, man. People take things too serious, Fluff Dog. I know you get that all the time. But don't admit that a public place. Don't admit what? In public place. Government is so happy with the spacers. Oh, you talking about, yeah. Hey, man, I ain't got $1,000. Government can help me pay for a cat converter. But just tune in. Had a problem locating an oil sensor gauge on a tube. I was going crazy. I did a video on that, Kenna. All you had to do was search oil pressure sensor. on a 2.7. Yeah, easy peasy, man. I know you're gonna knock that out. I've swapped out so many starters over the years. My Dart, I put a high-speed starter in it out of a Diplomat car. Spins twice as fast. Okay, that's what's up. 69 freaking Dart, man. Oh no, see you guys to do our park. Paul recall same. Just holding this trans in place and they crank. Why plastic? Why? Hey man, be like that, man. We look forward to recalls right now. It's a little slow. Bleeder goes, yeah, man. I don't. Hey, 69 Dart man, you was in the room when that was happening. 69 Dart man, guys. Just in case y'all don't know, he's an OG subscriber. He's been around a long time. All right, and I saw Uncle Mark in here. He's another one. There's quite a few in here. That's been around. I love you OG subscribers. Beast camera. Hey man, it's the lens, Fluffy. When I get the right, oh my goodness, when I get the right setup, the other channel, I don't really care about the background on the mechanic channel. Like a mechanic can stream anywhere. He can do videos anywhere, right? Hell, I got a USB camera for at the job just in case I want to go live and all of a sudden, but hook it up to my laptop and voila. So a mechanic can do, but for my other channel, I have to have a different look. So it's going to be interesting, man, to see how that works. I can repair the hole in plastic when I have a cigarette ashes and super glue. Oh, that plastic pan. Dude, I was so disappointed. I'm going to tell you what happened. This is a good thing. That car had like 124,000 miles. So they went up and sold her. I told her, look, man, I screwed up. What you do, JT? I cracked the pan, man. Look, the good news is I haven't wrote the estimate up yet. So she need a trans service. Remember I told y'all, ZF, don't get it twisted. Those are not feel for life. The thing about replacing the filter is you have to replace the fan. Okay, because the filter is integrated into the pan. So we sold her trans service. So it worked out as far as getting that part. And I was able to get fluid too, because it comes with a service. But yeah, do brothers automotive work on any car? Yes, we had to open the floodgates. It got so slow at one point. We started doing anything. But the only thing about working on anything is a replacement. My dude Rod, he would place an engine and a transmission in anything. We get picky as it relates to drivability, okay, on any car. Anything other than that, like replacing parts, brakes, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we can do all of that. When it comes to drivability, because we don't have specific scan tools, sometimes we'll draw the line. Say, no, man, we don't even want to screw spark plugs in your car because you're going to expect your car to run perfect because we screwed in spark plugs. And it's not. You have a problem. You got a low, you got some things going on that our scan tool can't pick up. So, yeah, we had to get honest and we had to tighten up a little bit. But, yeah, now we pretty much whatever come in the door, so, yeah. Guys, it's 9 o'clock. It was 9:15, bro. They be complaining that oil fluid look new. Well, buddy, that's good. That means the fluid. Oh, yeah, when you're doing like a diff service and the fluid come out new, just wasting people money. The thing about it, guys, when you get caught in your feeling, you lose business judgment. Now, I'm not saying be a mean ass or hard ass and push granny over the cliff. I'm just saying sometimes when you go to work in the automotive industry, you got to leave your feelings at home. Okay. Without sounding too insensitive. Yeah, you just got to leave. It is what it is. You got to protect you too. Okay. I can't go on record. I can't feel so bad for you to where I make an ill-informed decision and I don't know you and you easily come back and bite me. I don't remember you saying nothing. This has happened. This is why I refrain from doing it. Yeah, I'm not going to set up in the waiting room, sit side by side with you and talk to you and tell you what we're going to try. No, it's going to have to be documented. You're going to have to sign it and acknowledge that you agreed that we can try this. All right. Yeah, I'm not getting hemmed up anymore. And this was a little old lady. I'm like, man, some of y'all brutal, ain't you? Like, she done flipped the script on me. I got out of it because I had a part to put on her car. In other words, I ain't have to spend no money. But yeah, I tend to not bring my feelings to work. I leave my feelings at home. I got a family to feed. I can't. Yeah. And the comment section always full of just help him out, man. You see the guy with the put the stuff in his radiator. that video is still drawing so many crazy comments. All right, man, you should at least help the guy out. Why would anybody offer to help anybody out that has used the word lawsuit with you? We're done at that point. The minute the word lawsuit come out of your mouth, we're super done. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna offer. Fuck out of here, man. Y'all about to. Boy, I gotta go, guys. Always Eric. Yeah, I mean, them pros out there ruining for the hacks. All right, bro, channel in his style. That's what's up, Eric J. What's popping, man? Thanks for tuning in, man. What happened when you have a vehicle that doesn't have DOB? What is DOB? Not sure what that is, MJ Pierce. And besides, I'm winding down. It's after 9 voltage or lack thereof gives you a lot of info. High voltage, high resistance are indicated. Ding, ding. Brad Williams over there on Facebook. What's going on, man? I don't need a scan tool, just a multimeter and 12 volt pro. I fixed my. Good luck finding a scan tool anyway on that year model car. MJ Pierce, I'm glad you got it fixed. Guys, I'm at the bottom. I'm out. I got to wrap this up. I just changed my spark plugs and coil packs. My car's still. Oh, Eric J, man, you might need to. It's time for a compression test. All right, remember, it doesn't matter. You got brand new coil, brand new. It don't matter none of that. If you got one dead cylinder, all bets off. So do a compression test and find out why that cylinder is low. I'm going to wrap this up with Mike P in the building. You stop leak to fix 3 leaks in my Wrangler rear axle. A lot of things about that stop leak, people not following instructions from what I read in the comment section. 2 years later, still going strong. I'm assuming you followed instruction, Mike P. A lot of people not following instruction, man. Guys, I will see y'all Sunday. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. Thanks for everybody that donated to the channel. I really appreciate it. It's going to help the channel grow even more. I'll see y'all Sunday.